All right, y'all. This is Herb Talk number 27 and autoimmune series number 17. So, buckle up. It's going to be a good one. We're going to talk about lupus today. Now, if you're on YouTube, go to the description and go ahead and join us on the Herb Talks. They happen weekly. I think we might change the day, but just get on the school app and you'll be able to see when the herb talks are coming up. They're live. You can ask questions, all that good stuff. You can become involved in the herb talk. Also, we give away supplements and stuff, the good stuff, y'all, not just that crappy stuff, but all this stuff on the shelf back here. We give away. Okay. So there's a lot of really good supplements that we sell on greathealthbygod.com. A lot of it's autoimmune related right now, but if you have specific conditions, we can work with you and I can pull the best of the best of the best supplements, put them on the website for you to order and, you know, keep in the loop of things and all the info and everything else that goes with it. So the school is really awesome to become a part of the community and be able to learn more. It's an extremely useful tool. We don't get canceled on school, which is really awesome. We can actually talk about real things, doing real things in life. So, really, really awesome. Um, what's that? Good. I'm in the middle of a live herb talk right now. You're good. Let me call you back when I'm done. All right. Um, normally I don't answer phone calls, but I thought it might be an emergency, but it wasn't. Mm, let's see. I have a raffle that we do the drawing for. Here's a bunch of different people that are in the raffle. If you join the Herb Talk, you get into the raffle, and that is how you join the live. You get in here, and that is how you win supplements. This time, we're actually drawing for 2 supplements. So every month we do that. You join once, you have a chance to win, y'all. It's the way it is. I'm sweating out here. It's Alabama heat right now, and I ain't got an AC in this unit here, so it's hot. It's hot, y'all. We were building this unit out, but we have been delayed tremendously on that. So, other than that, it's hot, it's sweaty, but we need to get started on the herb talk. And at the end, we will do the live drawing. Let me get the entries in here as people join. So, let's break into it today. Today, we're talking about lupus. Lupus is a really interesting one. So, one second. Let me get Lane in here for the drawing because we're doing the drawing a little bit late today, guys. And just so you know, we're probably going to have to change the day of these things because, man, it's been difficult to do Tuesdays. And football season starting, and my son is in football, so all the games just happen to land on Tuesday. What a coincidence. Let's jump right into lupus. This might or might not be a short one. I don't know. Depends on how many rabbit holes we go down. But lupus is or systemic lupus, right? Is a systemic autoimmune condition where the autoimmune system loses tolerance to self and begins to produce antibodies against the body's own tissues. Um, this is it's the determining factor of any autoimmune disease. But unlike localized autoimmune diseases, lupus can affect many different organ systems at once, right? So skin, joints, kidneys, cardiovascular system, the brain. That's why lupus kind of isn't a category in and of itself. When it comes to autoimmune, it can be extremely debilitating. Um, there's other ones that can be really debilitating just because of certain factors to it. Graves' disease is one of those that can be really debilitating. So um, just because of so many hormone imbalances and different things, and temperature control of your body and stuff like that is, gets way off with thyroid issues and stuff. But lupus is in and of itself a whole other category, right? That's because it is like full on everywhere. It's like fibromyalgia but autoimmune, right? um, and usually it's pretty bad. I mean, well, it depends. It just depends on the individual, how well they take care of themselves and such. But at the center of lupus is excessive B cell activity. So B cells are responsible for producing antibodies, but in lupus they become dysregulated and produce autoantibodies such as um, anti-nuclear antibodies. ANA is the term, right? And some people have multiple different autoimmune diseases linked in with ANA, and so there's a different. It's like I said, it's kind of a category in and of itself. It's just a hyper uh, autoimmune disease, basically. But like anti double stranded DNA, so that is also a part of it. So ANA and then anti DNA, anti DS DNA is what it's called. Um, so these antibodies form immune complexes that circulate in the bloodstream and deposit in tissues. Once deposited, these immune complexes trigger inflammation by activating complement pathways and recruiting immune cells. So this leads to tissue damage in that area where they accumulate in the kidneys. This can result in lupus nephritis. In the skin, it can cause rashes, photosensitivity. In the joints, it leads to pain and inflammation similar to other autoimmune conditions. So a key feature of lupus is the loss of immune tolerance, and the immune system is no longer able to distinguish, right? So we kind of went over that, right? So it affects the regulatory mechanisms that normally keep the B cells in check and impaired, right? So, and it just allows the B cells to be overactive and produce antibodies continuously, right? So it's not like flare up and flare down, and it's just constant. Inflammatory signaling is also elevated in lupus, so particularly through pathways involving interferons and cytokines and interleukin 6. So we've talked a lot about that, especially when it comes to turmeric and such, and some of these autoimmune herbs, right? So lupus is also or often characterized by uh, constant flares, right? You do have like flares and remissions with it as well, but it's pretty consistent. But during this time, immune activity increases, leading to spike in symptoms and inflammation, and they're triggered by all sorts of things, right? It can be UV light exposure, infections, stress, or hormonal changes. So it's like constant, Oh, here's another person. Let me get you in. Oh no, not. I need to go up, not down. There you go. I almost took one away from you. All right, there we go. Um, so lupus can be triggered so many different ways, right? Or at least the symptoms of it can be brought about in so many different ways, which makes it pretty difficult because um, simple UV light exposure, an infection, stress, hormone changes, just simple changes in your life can cause you issues with lupus. And because lupus is systemic, the goal of intervention is broader than targeting a single tissue, right? Um, so like with Graves or Hashimoto's, you're targeting thyroid activity. You're also targeting other specific parts of the body that produce T3, but as well, but you're focused on the T3, right? You're focused on the T3, T4 action and methylation process and that. But with lupus, it's like an overall, your intervention is focusing on calming the excessive immune activation, just overall immune activation regulation, right? So reducing B cell overactivity and lowering inflammation and protecting organs from damage is your core target, right? So it's an all around. All of them are focused on the whole body, right? But there are very specific things that you do. Lupus is like all immune system activity because it's not very specific in its target, right? So, supporting regulatory pathways and improving gut health, reducing environmental triggers, and stabilizing the nervous system all play roles in managing the condition. Addressing oxidative stress is a really big deal in maintaining proper detoxification, not having a bunch of toxins going on in your body is extremely important for this. And these factors influence the immune signaling and inflammation, right? So that's why we do that antihistamine diet, super, super, super clean. And I stress this, and I stress this, and I stress this. Fasting for lupus is incredibly powerful. I once knew a chiropractor that fasted for 18 days. They had lupus for almost 20 years of their life. They fasted for 18 days, a water fast, straight up a water fast, right? Fasted for 18 days, and their lupus was completely gone. Never to return again. Now they ate really clean afterwards, right? So they never triggered it again. But they were, I think, like 5 or 6 years at the time, and that was a long time ago. It was 15 years ago. But they were 5 or 6 years in and never to have any symptoms of lupus again. 18 days. That's all it took of just completely resetting their system, getting every bit of toxins out, and their immune system was able to calm and regulate. So fasting is so good for this, right? So lupus represents a complex interaction between immune dysregulation, chronic inflammation, and environmental triggers, right? So effective management requires a comprehensive approach aimed at restoring balance to the immune system while protecting the body from ongoing inflammatory damage. So this is one where Thunder God Vines are jumping to the herbs. So Thunder God Vine is one of the most potent herbal options in lupus, particularly in traditional Chinese medicine. It has strong immunomodulatory effects. It has been shown to reduce inflammatory cytokines such as TNF alpha and interleukin 6. It also suppresses overactive immune cell function, including B cell and T cell activity. But because of its potency and potential toxicity, it must be used carefully and under professional supervision with standardized extracts. You want to make sure that you are, this is one where I would definitely have blood levels checked pretty often. Rhythm is the company that does like the monthly blood panels and stuff, and they do a really good, accurate job at it, right? So, and they're really quick. They send you the thing, you put it on your arm. It doesn't even like prick you. Apparently, it's really, really easy to do, and you send it in. It only takes a little tiny bit of blood. You send it in and you get all your blood panels and everything back, and it covers all of the things that you'll need to know as you're going through this process, right? Really cool thing to do. Vitamin D3 levels are extremely critical in lupus because deficiency is extremely common in these patients. It's common in most autoimmune diseases, but vitamin D regulates immune tolerance by influencing T cells and reducing overactive immune responses. We've talked a little bit about this. Low levels are associated with increased disease activity and higher antibody production. So restoring adequate vitamin D levels helps to shift the immune system toward a more regulated state and can reduce flare frequency. It's extremely important to make sure you're getting some sunlight, y'all. Ditch the sunscreen, get some sunlight, do it in stages, get off the seed oils, right? Get off the things that are damaging your skin when it reacts with the sun. And oh no, my battery's about to go out, so I'm about to switch over. There we go. Give it 1 sec, y'all. We'll go. What is it doing? You guys there? There we are. There we are. Oh, that
I
camera
have a
might.
quick question.
Yeah.
So you've heard of the Xanthomycin? I can't even say it correctly, but it's the red.
Astaxanthin, zeaxanthin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yay or nay on that? Like
that's awesome.
Okay.
It's like an internal. So I love it. It's one of the best antioxidants for your skin and for your eyes.
Right.
Yeah. So I love it as an internal sunscreen. Right.
Yeah.
It's super awesome for that. When I took it, and this was before I was even off seed oils. And I took it, and it was super effective at reducing sunburn and everything like that for me. And I know, because I burn real easy. So,
yeah, I was taking it, but it just the GI issues that you could get with it.
I've never had any issues with that or heard about that. Yeah, you might. I don't know. Might look at getting your gut right and then trying it again.
Well, I've been working on my gut, so we'll see.
Good.
I've been doing really long intermittent fastings.
Yeah.
Too.
Good. Yeah,
So.
you got to get your gut rest for sure.
What you're talking about now.
What's that?
You're going to have to explain about what you're talking about now.
What's that? The zeaxanthin and astaxanthin?
Yeah.
They are really, really incredible antioxidants. Hold on 1 sec. What the crap is going on?
Spell it for me.
ASTA astaxanthin X zing ANTHIN something astaxanthin something like that. Hold on. Astaxanthin. It's something like that. I'm Googling it because I want to get it right. But hold on. I don't know what's going on with this right now. My stuff's like not working. So let's see. Astaxanthin, I believe is how it's spelled. I'm gonna write it in the thing. Do you know how it's spelled, Sarah? Because I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah. Let me get it. I will spell it.
But I'm pretty sure it's
ASTAXANTHIN.
Yes, I got it right. Yeah, but yeah, really, really potent antioxidant. It's a red antioxidant. I believe it comes from marine algae, if I'm not mistaken. A red marine algae. Which marine algae? What's that?
It does come from red marine algae. It's also something that like flamingos eat. It's one of the reasons, shrimp and stuff, but it's also one of the reasons why they change color.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's why they have that red tint. Is that why flamingos are pink? Tell me that's not why flamingos are pink.
It's one of them. Yep.
That'd be wild. That's wild. Yeah. So so you can see that that antioxidant goes to the skin of those animals. It does the same thing for you.
Yes, it helps prevent sunburns.
Yeah.
They say don't take it to help prevent sunburns because everybody reacts differently to it, but that is like a good source of natural sunblock.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great for you.
Yep. Yep, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I just because it's been a long time since I've seen it or used it. But it does help for that specifically, and for eyes, and a lot of different things. It is a really, really awesome antioxidant. And I believe it also, if I remember correctly, it helps with production of energy, like protecting your mitochondria and stuff like that, which is really important. So any of that antioxidant defense in that area is really important, because your mitochondria are extremely important for life. So, but not to get off on any other rabbit holes, but astaxanthin, really awesome. Get out in the sun. But yeah, if you burn easily, do it in stages. Get out in the sun in stages. Get out there for 30 minutes, straight up sun. The next day or two, get out there 30, 45 minutes. Do it in stages if you haven't been out in the sun lately. But you need sunlight. You need sunlight, and you can increase all the way up until you get a good pigment on your skin, and then you don't burn, right? So, back in the day, people would walk the beaches and everybody was tan, and nobody was dying of skin cancer, right? So nowadays, we're all dying of skin cancer, or have skin cancer, or getting skin cancer removed, melanoma, all this crap. And sunscreen is it's everywhere. Like, people are lathering on sunscreen, but for some reason, everybody's getting skin cancer. It doesn't make any sense. It didn't used to be a thing, right? So the sun is not your enemy, right? It is extremely beneficial to you when you stay inside all day, and then when you go outside and you lather on sunscreen, you prevent your immune system from functioning. Like, it's the craziest thing. And then the sunscreen reacts, the metals and stuff with the sunscreen reacts and damages the DNA in your skin. And it's the most insane thing I've ever seen. So don't use sunscreen. If you're going to use anything for sunscreen, use natural, good oils. Like coconut oil has like a natural SPF of 16 or 17, if you want any help with that, so you can stay out in the sun a little longer initially. And once you get past a certain stage, with your skin, you don't have to worry about it. But initially, just to work yourself into it, use some olive oil or coconut oil or those sort of things, soak into your skin and provide a natural SPF. I think shea butter is one that's like in the teens or close to 20 on the SPF scale or whatever. But omega-3 fatty acids are extremely important for reducing inflammation, right? And you have to make sure you're getting the seed oils out of your diet, because they are extremely high in omega-6s, omega-9s, and which are very, very inflammatory compounds, right? They shift the balance away from, so omega-3 fatty acids shift the balance away from pro-inflammatory prostaglandins and toward anti-inflammatory compounds. So in lupus, especially, omega-3s have been shown to reduce disease activity and improve joint symptoms and support cardiovascular health and much more, right? Especially with autoimmune conditions. But N-acetylcysteine, so NAC, plays a unique role in lupus as well due to its effects on oxidative stress. Lupus is associated with increased oxidative damage in immune cells, particularly T cells. And NAC helps to replenish glutathione, which is your body's master antioxidant, right? You can actually get glutathione and take it, really awesome. But NAC is like a precursor to glutathione and helps your body naturally produce it. There's two master antioxidants of the body, superoxide dismutase and glutathione, right? SOD you can get, if I'm not mistaken, I believe chaga mushroom has SOD in it, superoxide dismutase, so it's a really, really good antioxidant. Green tea, though its active compound is the EGCG, the catechins, it has been shown to reduce the anti-dsDNA antibodies that are associated with lupus, right? So it modulates immune signaling. So it influences the gene expression, which we've talked about before with green tea, and related to inflammation and helps suppress excessive immune responses. So it also provides antioxidant support, further reducing oxidative stress. Antioxidants are key. Lots of them is great, right? So it reduces all cell damage. So together, these compounds and herbs help to provide a strong immunomodulation and reduce antibody activity and inflammation. It restores immune tolerance and shifts inflammatory balance, right? And NAC helps reduce that oxidative stress within immune cells as well. So the multi-target approach, we always want a strategy, helps to lower the disease activity, protect the organs, and support overall immune balance. Sun sensitivity is a major trigger in lupus. This is where astaxanthin would come in play, and using natural oils as well as part of your regimen. So ultraviolet light activates immune responses in the skin, and so UV exposure can increase cell damage. So this is extremely important to approach that with those two compounds, right? And then you focus on calming the immune system with everything else. Yes, oxidative or antioxidants play a central role in this. So compounds that reduce oxidative stress help limit the cascade that leads to immune activation after sun exposure. So, like I said, astaxanthin, fern extract, Polypodium fern extract has been studied for its ability to reduce UV induced damage as well. Okay. Sorry, I saw somebody joined. I was going to get them on the thing, but it's Jennifer. So, so this also has been shown to reduce UV induced damage and immune activation in the skin. So it helps limit that DNA damage. Green tea, we went over green tea. Vitamin C and vitamin E work together as synergistic antioxidant systems. Helps to regenerate tissue and protect the skin and the cells from oxidative damage. In addition to supplementation, physical protection is also important. Like I said, in stages, work your way up, but specifically with lupus and that super sensitive skin, you want to start to take these things and regulate it before you start to expose yourself if it is an issue, right? So, but like I said, fasting is probably one of the best things you can do for lupus. And what I would do personally, if I had lupus, I would fast on these herbs and these supplements, water and herbs and supplements that are going to help improve, right? And so that's what I would do personally. The guy that I was talking about, he just did straight water, which is really great too. Your body has infinite wisdom that God has put in it. It has grace inherently built within it. and it will heal. And fasting is one of the greatest tools that you can utilize. So dandelion is also a gentle diuretic that supports kidney function by promoting fluid movement and helping the body eliminate waste products. So it's really good for detoxing, for liver function, which indirectly reduces the burden on the kidneys. Nettle, we've talked a lot about nettle. Very anti-inflammatory effects while supplying minerals, right? So these are the things that I would be doing as well while I fast, right? So I'd be fasting on these things. But it can help reduce inflammatory signaling and support fluid balance. Astragalus is particularly important for immune modulation and kidney protection. It helps regulate immune activity rather than simply suppressing it. In context of lupus, nephritis, right? So astragalus has been studied for its ability to reduce and protect kidney function. So let's see. So it also supports overall immune balance and may help reduce excessive immune activity without compromising the body's ability to defend itself. I love astragalus. One of the coolest things with astragalus, this is just an off-the-wall tip. One of the coolest things with astragalus is astragaloside number 4. Astragaloside number 4 is a chemical that activates telomerase. There's a compound in it that naturally activates telomerase. Telomerase is an enzyme that puts telomeres back onto the ends of your chromosomes. If you don't know what that means, it's extremely important to understand that your body or your DNA has these little bodyguards on the ends of your chromosomes, right? It protects your chromosomes from oxidation, right, and from damage. So it's extremely important to understand that. So anytime a cell multiplies or is exposed to toxins or oxidation, it knocks off those telomeres, all right? Now, it has been shown that when you are conceived, right, not born, but when you're conceived, you have a total of 15,000, on average, you have a total of 15,000 telomere lengths on the ends of your chromosomes. Now, because of so much cell replication that happens in the womb, by the time you're born, you only have 10,000. So you've already knocked off 5,000 in the womb, right? It's probably even worse if your mother is eating toxic foods and everything like that. There's hundreds of different chemicals that are found in the umbilical cord of babies that babies are being exposed to while in the womb. So probably worse even, if it's a toxic environment. And so, but by the time you're born, on average, you've lost 5,000 telomeres, right? Now, so from the time that you're born until the time that you die, when you hit 5,000 telomeres, your body can no longer defend, or your DNA can no longer defend itself against oxidation. So you basically have hit your end. Your cells start to die too rapidly, and they get damaged too rapidly. Your functions start going downhill, and that's the end of your life, because it cannot protect itself against the oxidation around it. So you only have 5,000 telomere lengths from the time you're born to the time you die, right? On average, right? So telomerase is an enzyme that your body can create when activated. It's an enzyme that puts telomeres back onto the ends of your chromosomes. Pretty cool. What this means is that you can biologically reduce your age by up to 10, maybe even 15 years, right? Now, that is insanely awesome. It's been known for, 25 years now, maybe even more. But, technology of extracting that compound and getting it to where it's really useful in the body. You know, has grown obviously, and there's a company out there, I think it's called TA65. They take the activated form of astragaloside number 4, and which is cycloestragenol, and that's what you get. You can actually buy cycloestragenol nowadays, and you can buy it in capsule form, you can buy it in powder form, capsule it yourself. So if you take that consistently over some period of time, I believe it's one of those where you want to cycle it, otherwise it loses its effect, right? So you cycle it for a few months, right? And then you stop it for 6 months to a year, and then do it another few months, I believe, is how people cycle it to get the most effect out of it. But, you know, within those few months of taking it, it could be something, I can't remember, maybe 6 months, but I'm pretty sure there's like an on and off period. It's been a while since I've looked at it, but you can literally biologically reverse your age. Your cells will start to replicate at a younger, more youthful age, right? Because they're able to protect themselves better. They live longer and are able to do more because they're able to protect themselves better. Pretty cool. It's worth noting. Now, there are some side things that you have to know when using cycloestragenol. You must get your immune system in line first, right? So astragalus does not have enough astragaloside number 4. Astragaloside number 4 has to be converted into cycloestragenol anyways in the body to really be useful. But it doesn't have enough astragaloside number 4 to really be to affect the immune system, but it will enhance all the cells in your body, and that includes cancer, right? So you got to get your immune system right before you take it, right? You got to get your body right before you take it. Otherwise, you know, if you have some crazy stuff going on in your body, it will also help it, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you've fasted for some period of time before you start a protocol like that, or you have been on you know, immune regulating herbs for a while, or you know, somewhere in the line of that, right? So for me, I would be like, you know, fasting and then taking medicinal mushrooms of all sorts and kinds, especially chaga mushroom and reishi mushroom, for like a month or two before I even think about starting something like cycloestragenol. But it is super awesome, right? Super awesome stuff. I love that about astragalus. It's one of my favorite herbs for that reason. It is a tonic herb when you're not talking about astragaloside number 4, or you know, extracting astragaloside number 4 and standardizing it. But other than that, it's a really great immune modulating herb, really good stuff. There is a formula out there that uses it with a couple of other things like Zhao Gulan, and it's called Super Pill number 2. Super Pill number 2, I think they made a better one. I think it's Super Pill number 4 that I really like. Can't remember, don't quote me on that. But really good stuff there. And I've been trying to get Super Pill on the website because I want to be taking it every day for a long time because it's good stuff. But it has extracted or concentrated astragaloside number 4 in it as well. So it's good stuff. It's really really awesome longevity tool. Other than fasting, that's probably the only proven longevity tool. Is cycloestragenol and astragaloside number 4. So pretty cool stuff. Just a side note for y'all. But any questions for tonight other than about astaxanthin? We've already gone over that. Any questions? Yes, no, maybe so. Let's see, we got how many entries? We got 19 entries. Not 19 different people, just 19 entries total amongst everybody for the 2 sups here. So I like to say these complement each other. They're really, really awesome. We talked about them before. Super awesome for anti-inflammatory right here, and immune modulating. So really, really good stuff. It's got basically for any autoimmune disease, this one is really awesome. It will work extremely well. But it's got every like it'll replace your multivitamin right here, and bring you anti-inflammatory compounds, which is awesome. And then you have this like boost of an immune system right here. It's got quercetin in it, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, but it also has a plethora of other herbs and combinations. It has reishi mushroom in it. It's got rose hips in it. It's got nettle in it. It's got ginger, echinacea, bromelain, all the really good stuff, which is bromelain is an enzyme. But so it's got, elderberry, right? All the immune stuff. So mixing an anti-inflammatory, extremely mineral dense with all the things you need for your immune system is extremely beneficial when taken together. So that's why I paired these up for the drawing. So we're going to do the drawing time now. Let's do it. All right. Man, we got a good bit of people in here. All right. So we're going to start the raffle. Oh, I gotta get over here. All right. So here we go. I'm going to press the button if I can find the button, and go. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Who is it? Who is it? I can't see it. Can y'all read it? I can't read it. I'm looking at the screen. Oh, Kitty Pollard. It's you.
I think it's rigged. She won last time.
Should we do it again? She'll be like, no. I don't even think she's listening. She don't even know. She don't
She's
even know.
cleaning and listening.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to turn my mic on and it was stuck.
Oh,
I was laughing so hard I thought I was drowning y'all out.
yeah. That's funny. Well, you won it again.
And I never
See,
win
folks, show up.
anything. That's funny because I never
Yeah.
win anything.
Yeah. Well, you do here, so apparently.
I guess God knows who needs it the most.
Yeah, that's right. If Robert was here, he probably needed it the most.
Truth.
I don't know. How's he doing?
All right. So far he hasn't passed that stone as far as he knows. So
Oh, geez.
oh, did you know he was going through that? Yeah.
No.
They had to do a ultrasound on him. He had a 5 millimeter stone and it stuck in his kidney
My goodness.
last week, and they gave him some Flomax to try to break it up to help it come out smoother. But so far, he gets pain every once in a while, and then it stops, and then he's good.
He really loves some kidney stones, though. I swear.
Yeah, they say he produces too much calcium. He really needs to talk to you about his eczema with this heat. What he
Yeah.
can. I told him he needs to take something internally.
Psoriasis, not
help
eczema.
fight.
There's a difference.
Yeah, psoriasis.
Was that what you think he has instead of eczema?
Well, that's what he's been diagnosed with. That's what I thought.
Oh, I didn't know. He calls it eczema.
He's told me psoriasis, but yeah. Well, it's an autoimmune issue. So I've got all the stuff for him. He just needs to start taking it. So he needs to start taking it and doing it. I told him, but you can't make him do it. He's got to do it himself. So but that's how it is for everybody. I mean, I can't make anybody do anything. I can only give them the information. So, any other questions?
That's so true. If you wanted to do the drawing again, if you really think it's rigged, you can do it again. I mean,
It wasn't me. I didn't say that. It wasn't
No,
me.
Sarah.
That was
was
me,
there?
Mom.
I thought it was. I'm not looking. I'm sorry.
It is at random. I mean, it's the app. So the app likes you, I guess. Maybe next
Yeah,
time we'll have to draw it out of a box.
that would be hilarious if you still drawed my name.
I know. That'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. But yeah. Well, Lane, you got to come visit the coffee shop.
Oh, I plan to when I'm in Clanton. My reasons to go to Clanton keep like disappearing.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna make special trips. I go when I go.
You don't even got to come to Clanton, just Maplesville.
Hey,
Really?
Lane, I'm going to be, going out there getting me some, and I still got to drop off those peppers to you so I can go by, get that, and then swing by your house on the way home and drop you off some coffee if you want.
Shoot. How much of a case?
You can actually, so if you go to thehumbleperk.com, you can, if you add 7 to your cart, 7 of any of the OG canned coffee, and you can pick your flavors and all that good stuff. But you can pick your flavors and then how many of that one you want, and then you can go back to it and pick a different flavor, right? But as long as you add 7 of them, it'll take the one of them off. So you'll get a 6-pack plus 1. You get the 7th free. But yeah, just go to thehumbleperk.com. It depends on what you add to it. The flavors are extra, and so you can just get the OG canned coffee, and it'll come out to like I don't remember. It's like 35, 36 bucks somewhere around there or something, $37 or something. But like,
I thought it was 40 something.
well, that's with like the extra with the flavors.
Okay.
Yeah, so the flavors add up, especially when you're getting 6 of them. But yeah, so it's just depends on what you get. If you get multiple flavors, it's a little bit extra, right? So but yeah, you can go there and actually add it up and see it in the cart and see what it is. So but yeah, and then as soon as you hit the order button, it prints out a ticket, and I can make it up and stick it in the fridge until pick it up. So pretty simple. But yeah, you got to try it. It's good stuff. Jennifer wasn't sure if you still drank coffee or not. She said you drank tea more
I
often.
drink a lot of tea. Yeah, I'm down to 1 coffee a day because you turn 40 and you can't drink it after 11 o'clock. You just can't.
Some people drink it to go to sleep. So
And I've only had maybe a handful of cold coffees in my life because I just grew up on that hot coffee. So
yeah,
So
for sure.
let me tell you what happened to me. I ordered the 6-pack with 1 and drank it for a week, 1 a day, because that's all I drink is 1 coffee a day. When I get up in the morning, that's what I have. And the cold ones were really nice because it's so hot right now. And then I went back to my regular coffee and it don't taste good. It don't taste right compared to what I was drinking. It's not smooth like Matt's is. It was different. Having to get used to it again. So I haven't drank much coffee here the last 2 weeks since I haven't had any of Matt's.
yeah, I'm pretty snooty about coffee, but I was like, I'm going to try it when I go up there. I just got to go up there. I have to
Yeah.
leave my house.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, I guess we could drive over there. I don't know. I'm trying to get it.
You don't have to make a special trip for me. I'll get there.
Look, I'm trying to make it over to the Montevallo Market next week. So I got a call the lady tomorrow, so I might be over there Monday, I think.
Are you
Really?
gonna work
We
it?
go to the Monday markets. I go
Okay.
for that sourdough bread.
That's what I want to go for. I want to try her cinnamon rolls.
Oh, Ruth?
Yeah,
They're good. They're real good.
that's what I want to go for. It's from 3 to 6, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
At
so
the
I can
church
work it in
off
the
of.
morning and then go over there, which is really nice.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah,
Well,
I know somebody that works it, so I'm gonna try to get over there Monday. We'll see.
yeah, you should do it, and then Lane can get her coffee. Then
Yeah, exactly.
you can only try one. Come up with a flavor you like.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here and thank y'all for joining. And Lane, you want to pray us out?
Yeah, I will.
All right.
Father, thank you for us being able to meet today. And please remind us to look to you and search you out through our coming days and help everybody have a great week and just enjoy their time. But always stay focused on you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 By the way,
Amen.
we may need to change these coming up to a different night because football nights are Tuesday or game nights are Tuesday nights. So we're running out of nights, but we got to figure out. I got to figure out what my schedule looks like and what we can do.
Yeah, Thursday I think is the only night.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately,
Get ready to go because Daddy said let's go. Like when he gets done, we gotta go.
yep, gotta go.
I don't know why I'm on speaker. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.